Okay, it's the last day of the trading month, last day of the trading year. So we're back again to look forward to January 2018 and talk about some trading ideas. The information in this video and the links provided are for general information only and should not be taken as constituting professional advice from the Aussie Share Trader. The Aussie Share Trader is not a financial advisor. You should consider seeking independent legal, financial, taxation or other advice to check how the information relates to your unique circumstances. The Aussie Share Trader is not liable for any loss incurred, whether due to negligence or otherwise arising from the use of or reliance on the information provided directly or indirectly by use of this video. G'day guys, Aussie Share Trader here, back again for my favourite time of the month when we get to look forward to next month and see if we can pick out a few winners. So before we do that, we'll look backwards to last month and see how the three from last month went. Now the first one was Thorn Group, TGA. Now, interesting, all they really did was range traded all month up until the last couple of days. You can see there where they've just broken out of that range, and now they're interesting. I haven't been in these in the last month. I was in them before last month, but I haven't been in these during the month. But now I put a bid in today to try and get some. Didn't get them, but hopefully I will get some tomorrow. So while they haven't done anything yet, I think we might have just been a little bit too early on these. Next month might be their month. So have a look at them. See what you think, but don't give up on these ones just yet. Now the second one was Grain Corp, GNC. Now they were $7.59 this time last month. They are currently $8.17. They had a high during the month of $8.28, which is around 9% from low to high. So pretty decent month for Grain Corp. As you can see by the chart, they pretty much went up all month, just gradually, quite nicely. I'm still in these. I bought these at $7.61 about when I did the video, and I'm still hanging in there with these. Oh, hopefully they'll get to around $8.50. That's what I'm hoping, and I'll probably dump around there. But anyway, not a bad one. I'm happy enough with Grain Corp, and we'll see how they go. Okay, and the third one from last month was Little Cedarwood, and just looking at their chart, that's just beautiful. Look at the way they're just gradually, like the ocean, up and down, but overall for the month they had a really decent month. They were $5.52 this time last month. They hit a high of $6.19 a couple of days ago, now $6.05. So a 12% between low and high, so very tradable. I've been in and out of these in that month. I've taken profits. I'm sort of, I think they've peaked at $6.19 for now. I still like these, but I'll probably wait for them now to maybe get back to $5.80, $5.75 and maybe have another dip at these. But just for the time being, I'm happy to let these ones go. They've been good. We had a good month on them, up 11%. I trade on that. So hopefully you did okay out of them as well. Okay, so that is the past, but we're about the future. So let's look forward to January 2018 and see if we can pick out three more that will do well. Okay, now if you have watched any of my videos during the month, I think twice I've mentioned this little stock that I'm very interested in. On the 13th, at the very end of a video that nobody watched, pretty much nobody, I did mention them. I said this. There's one little share I've been looking at lately, and it almost goes against everything I say, and I don't even know how to pronounce the actual name of it. I call it Kicker, but the code is KYK, and I just want you to have a look at it, and if you want to put a comment in the comments, go for it. I'll be interested to hear other people's thoughts on this little business, but I won't say any more than that. So yes, the Kicker, and that is how you say it, I've discovered since. KYK is the code. Now, during the month, looking at this Bitcoin phenomenon that's going on, I've been looking at cryptocurrencies and trying to get my head around it. But what I did discover is, while the cryptocurrency still scares me enough to stay out, the blockchain, the protocol which they sit on, I do find quite interesting. And what it made me do is look for companies on the ASX using the blockchain. And I found 11 that I researched quite thoroughly. And out of those 11, the kicker, KYK, was the one that appealed to me the most. Now, they're still very speculative, and you have to sort of ignore some of what I've said in the past to want to buy these because they're still cash flow negative. But I'm willing to take a risk with a small amount of capital. I'm talking 1 or 2% of my capital. So if I lose it, it's not the end of the world, but there's potential, I think, for a lot of gain in a company like this. I'm going to give these guys 3 months to show me something. They're cashed up. They did a capital raising recently. Now it's time for this company to start getting some contracts and earning some cash. So I'm going to give them till the end of March. It's 3 months from now to put out some good announcements that they're actually signing people up for their program. Now, it does interest me because it's about identifying people and know your customer. I work in the finance industry, as I've said before, and I know what a debacle it is at the moment for banks. They all have different systems for identifying people, and it really is ad hoc. So if someone can come along, someone like Kicker, and what they do, that they cleanse the banks or whatever institution, their customers' identity, then they fix it, remediate it so that it's correct, and then after that they have sort of ongoing maintenance to make sure it stays correct and using the blockchain. So it's interesting. Do your own research on these. Very speculative. There's things I like about the company. There's a few things I don't. They're a little bit hypey from the management. They talk themselves up a bit too much. I much rather companies that under promise, over deliver. These guys just seem to talk themselves up, which I do not like. But look, they've had a fairly good run the last few days. I mentioned these first on the 13th of December, and I did buy a few. I must admit, I'm in these, so I have to disclose that. I did buy some at 14.5 cents, and I bought some more at 17 cents. They're currently 20.5 cents. Look, as I said, they're speculative. They could amount to nothing, or they could be 100 bagger. I think they're worth the risk, but have a look at them and do your own research and see what you think. Okay, the next one is an old favourite of mine. Well, favourite, yeah, maybe. I've spoken about them a bit, and that is Japara Healthcare. I've put him in my long-term investment portfolio, but where they are right now, they've come down from, I think they hit the mid-20s, down to $1.90 or $1.97 they are today. I think they're tradable over the next few months. I'd expect them to head back towards 220, 230. I think that's a fair price for them, and I think they will get there. Again, I must disclose, I did buy some of these the other day at $1.94, so I am in for the trade. Not much more to say about Japara. They're in the aged healthcare, and also they have like retirement villages, a few retirement villages. That's their space. Unexciting, but they are tradable. They do move enough to trade, and hopefully there's a 10 to 15% gain in these over the next few weeks. We'll wait and see. I like them enough though. And the last one is one I haven't spoken of before. I've seen them before, and they're fairly unexciting, but that's okay, as long as the share price does the right thing. Their name is Sea-Link Travel Group. SLK is their code. They own Captain Cook Cruises in Sydney. They've got quite a few charter boats. They're a nice little business, even long term. They've growing revenues. They seem to do everything right. A little bit of debt, not much. Not a lot more to say about SLK. I haven't bought them yet. I think they're a buy below $4. They're currently sitting at $4.10. I'm going to be a little bit patient with these, see what happens over the next few weeks. But if they do dip below into the 390s, I think I will be buying these and hoping they head towards the 450 mark. There's some stocks that when you get in, you feel nervous, and some stocks you get in, you feel quite safe, whereas you can't imagine a disaster. Doesn't mean there won't be one, but it's harder to imagine it. And I feel that way a bit about Sea-Link. They're just a nice little business. They seem to be doing the right things. They want to grow, and there is potential growth there for them. So take a look at SLK. We'll see how they go over the next month. I think they'll be okay. Do your own research, of course. Okay, so that is it, guys. I got through them pretty quick today, which I wanted to do. So the three were Kicker, KYK, at 20.5 cents they are today. Keep in mind they have gone up nearly 50% over the last couple of weeks. So just, you know, I think they're fair enough buying even at 20.5 cents, but they may be a little bit cheaper over the next few days. JHC Japara, an old favourite, definitely tradable. And C-Link, a little bit new to me. I've seen them around before, haven't taken a lot of notice, but I do like their little business, so definitely have a look at them. If you guys have any others that you're looking at this month, put it in the comments. Always happy to have a look, see if there's an opportunity there. The market is just rocketing along. I really think 2018 is going to be a ripper year for the ASX. Wait and see. I'm just feeling really confident. That can go pretty quick, of course. So anyway, that's it for this month. I will see you early in the new year. I've got some good ideas, hopefully, to keep me going for the next 6 months at least. So I'll see you then.